Hello, Concerned Mgtow here for a new video. This one's going to be about why, economically, why the men's rights and the men's rights movement haven't really been paid too much attention to by the government. It should be pretty simple to you. I mean, it's just my opinions, obviously. I'm not an economist. I'm not really any specially qualified person to be saying this, but these are just my observations and opinions, so please bear with me here. Well, the first thing, the men's rights in the government. Why they don't have too much water. One, as we all know, the government is inherently feminine. It's based all off what females want, pretty much. So, if they even were to pay attention to men's rights, that would be taking money away from females, which then would cause a lot of backlash. So there's one little simple suggestion. Now, to go more in depth in that, is if you have one controlling factor to an economy, and there's a minor factor that wants to affect the economy, you're gonna have to either one of these few things. You're going to have to get permission from the major controlling factor of the economy. We're going to have a big fight over it, and you're probably going to lose. Or a small reserve is going to be put aside for you. Now, if you want to take that further, you could say that because men's rights conflict with female rights and issues, and everybody's focused on female issues, and that men's rights don't matter. I mean, think of all the deaths of men that don't mean shit. And when a woman has a problem with someone beats her up or something, whether that's true or not, she gets all the attention in the media. But for all the war deaths, the war victims of war, the suicides, the industrial deaths, the job-related injuries, all those predominantly male issues are just ignored completely because of the fact that gyno government, I'm gonna call it the gyno government from now on. The gyno government just feels the inherent need to sacrifice everything to women, and that women are the main issue. So when this stuff happens with men, nothing's done. I mean, they don't even want to pay any money to it, not much less attention. I mean, I bet if the men's movement could be paid off by money, the government would throw like a couple million, maybe 20-30 million at them to shut them up or something, if that's possible. And they would do that. But to give us attention, that would be taken away from female. It would be putting the spotlight on the fact that it's not just females who are being mistreated or having issues in the world, and that would take away from the market value of the female, and the Hive would not allow that. The Hive would not allow anything like that. So the men's rights, the funding for it is just not there. So what we need to do as men is put together our resources, and what we need to do is build a men's shelter. And when I get the money, I'm going to start one. I'm working and I'm trying to make as much money as I can to make a men's domestic violence shelter. Now, my thoughts on it would be, it'd be open 24/7, and only men would be allowed to go in. All the staff would be men that have been deemed to actually care and not just there for money. And there would be meals, there would be beds, there would be furniture, there would be heat, air conditioning, many other provisions, and a clean, sanitary environment. There would only be a couple men allowed at a time, though. I mean, at the time, like a couple meaning 20 or 30. Because if I made it too big in the beginning, it'd become more corporate instead of private. And once I made enough money, if I made enough money off that, I would open other divisions of it, and more men would be able to come in. Yeah, I'm quite sure I'd get a governmental backlash for these bizarre reasons, or feminists would hate me or whatever, but that's my goal. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing men being thrown to the bottom like nothing matters about them. And I want change, and I'm going to be that change. You know, there was a quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." That's what I'm doing. I'm being that change. I want all of you men listening, to be that change. Because feminism is not going to be that change. Women aren't going to change. It's up to you to change this. You and me, us. We have to change. We have to change what we see. And with that, Concerned Mgtow signing out.